Good morning students, I am Pankaj Mishra, your physics teacher, here again with a new video on physics class. Students, I have uploaded one more video of this topic, that is motion in dimension. In that topic we have discussed about physical quantities that are scalar and vector. What is the difference between scalar and vector quantities? What are scalar and vector quantities? Then we have discussed the difference between speed and velocity, mass and weight, distance and displacement. So today we'll be talking about acceleration. Students, so we'll be talking about acceleration. So we'll take a normal definition. Acceleration means, what is acceleration means? Change in velocity per unit time. Change in velocity per unit time. If we'll say a car is moving, a car starts from rest and attains a velocity of 50 km per hour in 5 minutes. So we'll say acceleration that is attained by the car will be v minus u by t. What is v and what is u here? V will be the final velocity that is being attained by the car on being accelerated. So you will see this question: a car starts from rest and attains a velocity of 50 km per hour. So this 50 km per hour will be the final velocity, and since the car is being started from rest, so the initial velocity will be 0. At rest position the initial velocity will be 0, and the time duration in which the car is being accelerated from 0 to 50 km per hour is 5 minutes. So in place of t we will write 5 minute. Later on we will be converting it 5 minutes into hour, that is we will divide it by 60. So this is the simple definition of acceleration, that is change in velocity per unit time. As far as the SI unit is concerned, it is change in velocity per unit time. That means it is equal to, velocity will be meter per second and time will be second, so this will be meter per second square, and in CGS it will be centimeter per second square. Now we'll categorize in this acceleration into two parts. Acceleration in two parts. One is uniform acceleration and another one is non-uniform acceleration. Uniform acceleration means if a body is moving with uniform velocity in equal interval of time, then the body is said to be moving with uniform acceleration. And if the velocity is not uniform, then it is said to be non-uniform acceleration. One more term that you will study in this topic is retardation, or we say negative acceleration. That is, if u is greater than v, that is initial velocity is greater than the final velocity, then the acceleration is said to be negative acceleration, or you can say retardation. That is, if velocity decreases with respect to time, then it is said to be retardation. So this was about acceleration, and if we'll draw the graph between v and t, we'll get acceleration, that is a is equal to v by t. This graph is of uniform acceleration, and if we want to calculate the acceleration of this graph, we will take the slope of this graph. We can calculate the acceleration with the help of slope of this graph, that is y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. So if if you'll be asked in the exam that what does this graph represent, so you'll write uniform acceleration. Now we will talk about acceleration due to gravity, very important topic. Acceleration due to gravity. Acceleration due to gravity, student, it is represented by small g. It is acceleration due to gravity when a body falls from a height, the acceleration so produced in the body, the acceleration so produced in the body due to earth gravitational force is defined as g, and the value of g is equal to 9.8 meter per second square. And if a ball, suppose a ball is dropped from a height h, then on moving downward side velocity increases. On moving downward side velocity increases, due to which this acceleration will always be positive. And if a ball is being thrown from downward side, that is to the upward side, then the velocity decreases, due to which g will be negative. Do you know why this velocity will get decreases? Just due to the presence of the frictional force of the air, which will force this velocity to get reduced. And this also affects Newton's equations of motion, like this will be equal to u plus at. This is first equation of motion. Body falls freely, then this will be equal to v equal to g will be positive if the body is falling freely. This will be u plus gt. This is first equation. Second equation, v square equal to u square plus 2as. This will be v square u square. In place of a, this will be a equal to g, that is plus g if the body is falling freely. So this will be 2gs. So this is second equation of the motion. We will talk about the third equation, that is for distance. S is equal to ut plus half at square. This will be s is equal to ut plus half. In place of a, this will be gt square. So these are the equations that will be used if the body will be falling freely. If the body is thrown upward, then for upward side what will do, this g will be negative, since the frictional force of the air will reduce the the velocity. So the equation will become u minus gt, v square equal to u square minus 2 gs, and s is equal to ut minus half gt square. So these are very important equations that will be beneficial for you for solving the numericals also. One more important note regarding this is the value of g does not depends on mass. That is, if two bodies of different mass are thrown from same height, they will reach the ground in same time. As in vacuum, there is no hindrance of frictional force of air or buoyant force. So this was the topic that we'll study today. Just go through the video. I think I have made you clear about this topic, that is what is acceleration, what is the relation between velocity, time and acceleration, what is the graph, how to find the slope of this graph, if the points are given. Okay, and acceleration due to gravity equations. So students, just go through the video, ask your doubts in the group if you are having regarding this chapter, and I'll be updating you the notes of this chapter. Start doing in your fair copy. Thank you, class.